Hashtag Marc Stuart Medium is hashtag the Scottish Medium.
Okay, so, dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you very much for bringing us together. Please allow our guardian angels and doorkeepers to work together to put a protective circle around us. Please help us to open up to the other side and allow our loved ones to come forward. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so if you want to take a deep breath, hold to the count of 3, exhale, inhale again, and just clear your mind, get rid of all the day's activities, and exhale. And one more deep inhalation, and get rid of all the last distractions as you exhale. Now, just think of yourself in the roots of the tree. You're way deep down. Work your way up. As you work your way up, the roots get thicker and thicker. Finally, you find yourself in the trunk. And it's not such an old tree this week. It's quite a thin tree. It's blowing in the wind. And as you work your way up the trunk, cling on for dear life because the tree feels as though it's going to fall down. Find your way to the largest branch. Work your way up the branch. Doesn't split this time. It just keeps getting thinner and thinner. Becomes a twig. And at the end of that twig, a curled up autumn golden brown leaf uncurls, and as it uncurls, it turns bright summer yellow green. And as it opens up, open up to the other side. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Now close them again. And picture yourself in the chair. You're actually looking at yourself. And you're tiny. And then you realize that there's two of you. There's you in the chair, and there's you, big, huge, looking down through a big magnifying glass. And then you realize that you've gone back in time. And you're about 8 or 9 years old. And my word, you were a precocious little brat at 8 or 9. And you've got the magnifying glass, and you're holding it in the sun, and you're angling the sun onto insect you, and frizzle, you're gone. And little young you is just laughing at this. But don't worry, we'll get you back by magic at the end. Now young you stands up, looks around, and realizes that you're nowhere. Your parents have disappeared, and you're panicking. There's people all around you, big, huge adults. You seem to be in a shopping centre, but you're too young to cope with the loss of being by yourself. So you start running through the centre, shouting, crying, "Mummy, Daddy, where are you?" Finally, there in the distance, you see your parents, or your parents see you. They've been looking for you, looking for the little brat that's disappeared so that she could go and burn the insect with her magnifying glass and then come back into the shopping centre. And they grab you by the hand, scold you, pointing the finger at you. And they take you over to the McDonald's and sit you down and go and get a burger for you. It's a big burger meal with the clown. And there's an actor playing the clown, going around all the tables, getting all the children to smile at him. And he comes to yourself and he makes you smile. And then he says to your parents, "Let me take your girl round some of the tables to say hello to some of the other children." And the two of you go round. And then finally, he takes you to the staff door and he says, "Go on in. And you look over at your mum and dad and they just smile. You're perfectly safe. You go through the door and you know what's on the other side of that door. It's your safe room, your safe zone. A room from your childhood or your imagination, a room that you're familiar with. Everything's in its place. Just look around. Ornaments, books, exactly where they should be. 2 chairs in the middle, one empty waiting for you, one holding your loved one. So your loved one gets up, embrace one another as appropriate. He takes you or she takes you over to the chairs, sit down together, and I'm going to leave you all together now with your loved ones for the next 2 or 3 minutes. This is your time to catch up, and I'll come back shortly. Stand up together. Let them embrace you. Walk to the door. They stay behind. Don't look back because they know it's your time to come back. They've already left. Go through the door. Clown takes you by the hand. You're back in little girl size again. Takes you over to your waiting parents. Sit down. They've forgiven you now and they've bought you another proper meal. You're going to be a very fat little girl very soon. Swallow it. Get up together. Go out the front door. Family cars waiting for you in the car park. You're safely tucked up in the back seat. You start driving. Right, left, through the roads. And suddenly you find yourself outside your current home. You get out, you wave goodbye to your parents, and they dissolve into the spirit realm. Walk up to your front door. Open. Back to the room where you're sitting waiting for yourself. Miraculously reconstituted glowing sunlight. There's still a little bit of heat there, but you're cooling down. Take possession of your body. Get comfortable in your chair again. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. Right, dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you very much for the spirits that came forward. Thank you for the experience of all working together and melding the way that we did. Please take the energy that we have generated tonight. Do not send it to an oil rig by mistake. Send it to Cheryl Rigg, even if she doesn't need it. I'm sure she'll find some use for it.
Mm-hmm.
And please help us all to focus during the week. Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
We got to close.
Yeah. So just basically picture the open golden yellow leaf as it begins to wrap up, turning autumn brown. Go back up the long branch, starts off thin, gets thick. And it's a young tree, remember, still waving in the wind as we move down the trunk. Right, left, until we get into the soil, into the roots. Work our way down through the roots. And at the tip of the roots, just look up at the canopy of grass covering us as Mother Gaia Earth. And know that you're now closed. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. Not open up spiritually. So I'm just going to run very quickly and give you a very quick and brief description about the circle programs that we offer. There are actually two different circle programs that we run. The first one is just straightforward circle membership, and that costs $50 a month. The second one is a training program, which is pretty intense. Various prices on that, depending on what level of training you want. So, circle membership. That gets you into one circle every week, one a week, so 4 or 5 a month, depending on the month. You get membership of a private Facebook group. You get to develop slowly at your own pace, basically over the long term, and you get access to videos of the circles that you attend. Cost $50 a month. Training program comes at 3 different levels, 1, 2, and 3 circles a week. Basically, that corresponds to how quickly you want to proceed. At 3 circles a week, you're doing it in 6 months. At 2 circles a week, you're doing it over 9 months. At 1 circle a week, you're doing it over a year. You also get access to monthly lectures and a very big video library. Your membership of the private Facebook group, it's very different. This is very hard work. It's geared to make you a working and professional medium. Now, the circles themselves that you get access to are very different. The circles with the membership are only at the weekend, and that's basically where people are coming in and developing at their own pace. I'm not saying that we don't push people, but you don't get pushed at the same level that you would in the circles during the week. It's the difference between going for a casual walk along the beach and training to be an Olympic runner in terms of the actual circles that you go to. When you're at the end of the program, however, you then get access to a business program once you're certified. Now, that's really the major incentive for joining the accelerated training program. And the costs start at $99 a month, depending on the level that you want to proceed at.